What a day, huh? Oh, welcome family and friends. As he said, I'm Chris Tennyson. Very happy father of the bride. My wife Barbara and I, right over here, along with Joe and Lynn, want to welcome and thank you all for taking the time out of your schedules to be here this day for this very special occasion, very happy occasion. It truly means the world to us that you're here, as well as Vicki and Anthony. So thank you. I'd also like to thank all of the family members, and you know who you are, family members, friends, the vendors who helped put this all together and do a fabulous job. Unbelievable. Lynn and Joe, you raised an amazing young man here. Anthony, you've been a part of our family for years. This makes it official. Right? No holds barred. The Tennyson family is overjoyed. Vicki, my baby girl. I didn't think I was going to do that. You've made us so proud over the years, your entire life. You know, all family, all parent really wants us to have a happy child. Have their children be happy. And Anthony, you make Vicki happy. Thank you. Keeping it short and sweet, at this point, I'd just like everybody to raise a glass if you've got one right there. I didn't actually grab one myself. But the toast to Vicki and Anthony, a life of love, together. Cheers.
Let's make a round of applause for our bride, Chris Tennyson.
O thou who clothes the lilies and feeds the birds of the sky, who leads the lambs to the pasture and the hart to the waterside, who has multiplied loaves and fishes and turned water into wine, do thou now come to our table as guests and givers to dine, and bless us, O Lord, in these thy gifts, which we are about to receive from thy bounty through Christ our Lord. Amen.
Thanks, everybody. Good evening, everyone. You all look so beautiful, especially Vicki and Anthony. For those who may not know, I'm Katie Murphy, Vicki's lifelong BFF and maid of honor today. Or as Mr. and Mrs. Tennyson know me, that giggle puss who keeps coming over to eat all their food. Tonight I'm here once again eating your food, thank you. The honor is all mine. I'm extremely happy to be by your side to show this special moment. Much like Vicki and Anthony, Vicki and I have been together for decades. I can't remember a time without her. But it wasn't until college that we met Anthony. Yes, I said we. Vicki and I were joined at the hip for a very long time. And of course I had it in my head that, you know, any guy needed my approval. Obviously not the case here, so somehow, you know, I got to know Anthony at our beer pong league. Spoiler alert, he passed the BFF approval test. We actually ended up being partners, Anthony and I, and won the entire tournament that year. So as you can imagine, my memories of that time are a little fuzzy, but I do remember thinking that without a doubt, he is a wonderful man, a good guy, and obviously a very good person for my friend. And I still think that now, even though he prefers Burger King over McDonald's. He is on the wrong side of the boyfriend rankings, Gilmore Girls, I'm just saying. But despite the occasional differences of opinion, there's no question these two are a great match. And that their unwavering support for one another is inspiring. What's also special is the unwavering support these two have fostered among family and friends as well. While I'm not personally qualified to give marriage advice since I've never been married, I will say this. Nikki, you're perfect in every way. Anthony, keep your Burger King and don't world penis to yourself, I think you'll be just fine. Jokes aside, advice worth sharing might be that during the harder moments of a marriage, friends and family provide a necessary support system. So continue to foster your relationships with all of us here, in addition to your faith and each other. And always remember that for better or for worse, you don't marry the person, you marry their friends and family too. So make sure right now you look around the room and take in this moment. I think it's safe to say that everyone here loves and supports you endlessly. Everyone here wants to see your love grow and your marriage flourish. Everyone here loves you individually and together. And finally, everyone is definitely waiting for me to wrap this up. So good news. Please raise your glass. I also forgot. And please join me in wishing the Sicilianos a lifetime of happiness.
Tennyson. Theunison. Tennyson. So for those of you who don't know me, I am Anthony's best man, David Bennett. Anthony and I have been best friends for 30 years. We met in first grade. Anthony came up to me and he told me that he loved sports. And when I responded that I did too, based on that fact and that fact alone, he said to me, well, we should just be best friends. And since that moment we have. And as we've talked about over the years, our friendship has really grown into a brotherhood. I consider Anthony to be my brother. I consider the Sicilianos to be an extension of my own family. And as I was thinking about what a remarkable journey over 30 years of friendship and brotherhood, it struck me how our lives have really gone in different directions. You know, we got to college, we went to different universities, we chose completely different career paths. For the last 13 years, we've lived in totally different regions of the country. And yet, there hasn't been a year, a month, or a week in which our friendship has veered off course. And that's a testament to a brother, and it's a testament to a relationship that I hold so dear. So it probably won't surprise you if I tell you that Anthony was the best man I met. And in Anthony fashion, he knocked it out of the park. He gave a best man speech that was so good that in the 3 years since our wedding, the comment that my wife Ashley and I have heard more than any other hasn't been anything to do with the ceremony or the reception. It's been, you know, Anthony, best man, what speech? So he set the bar high for me. So I was thinking, what do I want to say? And I thought, you know, he did such a great job, I could just run it back. So this is probably pretty familiar to you. No, but as I was thinking about some of the most special moments of the day, and specifically speaking to Anthony's vows, my mind went back 30 years to the beginning of our friendship. Because before Vicky came along, 30 years ago at the age of 6, we had Anthony's first crush. He came up to me one day, we were 6 years old, and he told me that he liked a particular girl. He said, but I don't know what to do. And And I told him I had no idea what to do. So, Anthony's always been ahead of the curve. So they had a conversation. But unbeknownst to him, later that day, I approached the student teacher in the class and said, hey, Anthony really likes so-and-so. He doesn't know what to do. Do you have any advice? And she goes, yeah, if he likes her, you should tell her. So I came back to Anthony and I was like, hey, I got you an answer. I actually talked to the student teacher today. And I told her, like, so-and-so. And she said, you should just tell your like her. And Anthony, rightfully so, was mortified. I failed my first test as best friend, right? Mortified that I obviously, blown his cover on this relationship, but even more mortified that if he liked a girl, he would have the audacity of telling her. How far you've come. But over the course of the years since then, Anthony's just developed an amazing quality of showing his love for the people and the things that he cherishes most in really, really creative ways. And he does it through his actions. There are so many to count. I'm sure you're all thinking of the ways in which Anthony has done something for you or with you that made you feel really special. A few come to mind just really quickly. One is with family. I mean, everybody who knows Anthony, first word out of your mouth is family. A few years ago, where's Miss Grandma Siciliano? Here she is. She's with us today. Let's have a round of applause. So, Grandma's cooking has been an integral part of the Siciliano family for years. And so a few years ago, the family decided that for Christmas they wanted to present her with a cookbook of all of her famous recipes. So Anthony sort of took on the role of project manager, and he had everyone in the family send their favorite Grandma Siciliano recipes. Anthony and Vicky took professional photographs in their kitchen of the entrees that they made, included them in this recipe book, along with notes of love from members of the family as a tribute to Grandma and what her cooking has meant to them over the years. And he put together this cookbook that in true Anthony form, it was to the nth degree. It looked like it was a New York Times bestseller, and then they presented it to Grandma for Christmas. Who does that? What 32-year-old do you know at the time? What 32-year-old do you know would do that? It's so special. Michigan State, we all know he bleeds green and white. I heard Tom Izzo recently say, I don't like Michigan State, I don't love Michigan State, I live it. That's him. He loves it so much, he lives it so much, he's devoted his whole professional life to giving back to MSU. He's become an Emmy-winning producer for the school he loves most. So much so that he puts together these videos that are so spectacular that when I watch them as a Michigan grad, I end up with goosebumps. I'm like pondering phrases like Spartans will. But that's him. And then most recently, we have the home that Anthony and Vicky built. Another demonstration of Anthony's love through action, but this time totally with Vicky. They renovated that home soup to nuts. I don't think there was a wall that they missed or didn't touch. And about a month ago, I had a chance to see it. And what was so cool is when I walked into the house, I didn't just see Anthony. And I didn't even just see Vicky. I saw them as a couple. Their signature was all over it. Another amazing demonstration of love as a couple. So then we came to today. And I listened to your vows, Anthony. And I thought back to that memory 30 years ago, when you had a crush but you didn't have the words. How far you've come. I listened to Anthony become poet laureate before my eyes and shape his words of love for Vicky into art, as only Anthony would do. Art designed to befit the most special moment of his life. He talked about how he couldn't remember his life without you and the relief that he feels in knowing he'll never have to. You referred to you as his sun, his moon, his stars, his victory. And perhaps most profoundly to me, he said to you, Vicky, your heart is my home. Powerful. If only first grade Anthony could see you now. But the point is, when the moment was right, when the person was right, when he found you, Vicky, he found the most special words to say, I love you. Very proud. So with that, I'd like to ask everyone to raise your glasses. Toast Anthony and Vicky to a lifetime filled with creative demonstrations of love in action and in words. Cheers.
Once again, everybody give a round of applause. Let's thank David Bentley.
Well, I've been married for 30 years, and finally I've gotten to wear green and white, so that's the big up. But I also know there's a lot of Sicilianos and Tennessins here, and the only thing standing in the way between you and your food is us, so we will definitely be quick. We just want to say thank you to everyone. Everyone that means everything to us is in this room, and that's incredible. I don't have words. As much as people talk about what I've wrote, I'm lost for words right now. Everyone here means so much to me, so much to us, and we are so happy that you took time to be here. And we only have one other thing to say is please be on the dance floor, because that's where we'll be the entire night. And enjoy yourselves. Thank you for being here, and we love you all.